I thought weather stations were more basic. Wouldn't want to get caught out in the cold here.
Cold is the least of his problems. Correction, was the least.
I don't think a bear did that. Wounds are too surgical.
And the meal isn't finished. What's messing things up here?
Glass, how many are there?
More than we were told by our informers in Nuke. Must be something interesting.
Like a statuette, for instance? And there's something more to protect, apparently.
And Iluwak. He has a role in this. He was always one for an ugly death. Hana, how do we do this?
No ceremony. We're already spotted.
Okay, so this is Fairfax Sedna Alpha Prototype. The Kickstarter reward that you got for pledging, I don't know, 60 euros or something. I just wanted to do a quick video on it. This one is the first part where
Quite tenacious.
you play as
Afraid
Hana,
or paid well,
Axel, and
perhaps
Rain.
both? Could be a tough fight inside.
Now I'm going to talk over their dialogue because they have subtitles. You can see what they're saying.
As
It's not
usual.
too important. It's only a demo after all.
Weather.
But
I know.
yeah.
Be on your toes.
What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. This is not very good. It's not very professional at all. Shame on you, Glass. You should know better than this. You should do better than this. Anywho, as I was saying, yes, Fear Fact Alpha Prototype. The first thing you'll notice is the complete change in style that Sushee Games have made to the Fear Effect series. Now, those of you who played Fear Effect 1 and 2, of course, for the original PlayStation, it was more of a Resident Evil tank control, survivor horror kind of game.
Axel, Rain, you cover us.
There's
We don't know
not
how
so
many there
much
are
of the
inside,
survival
but we know that
horror
we're here.
element in this, and more of a RTS,
Glass,
possible,
ready?
you know, controlled turn-based tactical shooter. To be completely honest, as you'll see more of when we
You're
get
sure it's him?
I said it, didn't I?
into the
We don't have the numbers. to
into the
split up.
fighting.
I count as a
the actual
couple,
battles.
I can go with Glass. If there's a
Good
commando in
old
the
Deke
warehouse,
being
we
his
need to
Australian
avoid being
self right
attacked
there.
from the rear.
At the slightest sign of trouble,
We don't do what we usually do.
you withdraw. We stay
Talking.
always in contact, and if we need you, you get
Hannah's
your
the
butt back
boss,
here
clearly.
immediately.
She's always been the boss. Hannah Sue Vatchel. I love Fear Effect. One of my favourite series. But yeah, here they separate, so they're now playing as Hannah, Rain, and Axel. You can choose any one of the three characters to control. I mean, it makes little difference. Now, this
Someone
one
tried to crack the
actually
system
made a mistake
and failed.
and went into this door a bit too early, as you'll see soon enough. Just getting ahead of myself. I played this through once already, and we finished it once back in November, I think it was, when it first came out. Forgive me if I got my dates wrong there, but there is I obviously haven't played it in a while, so I've forgotten a lot of what I'm supposed to do. So there is a bit of running around and getting lost, essentially, which isn't very good, but there we go. So here's me using the battle system in real time. There is a tactics selection that you can use. You can press spacebar, and then it'll pause the screen. You can issue commands and things, and you'll see that later, and you'll see the effects of how good it is. It is something Sushee Games definitely need to work on. If we're being critical
Great.
of the
Print
demo,
scanner,
we have to keep in mind it is a
Couldn't they
demo.
use
As you
a
can see in the
door
top
code
right
like
corner, it's an
everyone else?
alpha prototype. So, you know, it's nowhere near representative of the finished project at all. So here I am running to get the fingerprints
We need a
of this
print
dead
to open
body
that lock.
because classy.
But it looks like the keys
And
don't.
I can break into the
His
building,
hand is in good condition.
carry on with the
Still
story.
pragmatic.
Now there's no backstory to this in terms of, you know, build up to this part in the demo. You know, haven't really been told too much. I followed this game pretty closely, as I said, being a massive Fear Effect fan. The moment I found this thing on Kickstarter, I, you know, pledged as much money as I could afford to it.
Room after room.
Watch for
And there's
civilians.
a small sound glitch
Yes,
there.
collateral damage to
'cause,
minimum if possible.
room after room doesn't
We're
really make
covering
much
you.
sense if you leave out the first two words, but luckily there's subtitles, so that makes up for it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not quite here I get lost, I don't think. I think it's later on in the video, but I'll have to probably cut that bit out, because there is... I did get lost for about 10 minutes, just running around aimlessly. And more loading screens. Hopefully they'll sort those out in the final release and they won't be as long. I'm incredibly impatient when it comes to loading screens. That's why I play on PC. No, you can't, obviously I've recorded this on Fraps, and you can't see the icon in the corner, thankfully, because that would be annoying as hell. But this game does run at 60 FPS, and that's very good. There is a little instance later on in this video where you'll see where the frame rate starts to dip and stutter, but otherwise it's pretty smooth. I mean, for a demo, you know, maintaining 60 FPS is something better than Assassin's Creed, so, you know, it can do what Ubisoft can't do. So, you know, shout out to Sushee Games and their hard work. They can obviously make a video game. For those of you who don't know, I hate Assassin's Creed, just throwing it out there. It's not one of my favourite games, I find it boring as hell. And quite frankly, nowadays, if you can't code to 60 FPS, what are you doing making video games? Yes, I'm a frame rate whore, deal with it. So, as you can see, I'm just faffing about with health, and there are 2 health bars in this game, as I just wiggle the mouse over there to highlight. You got your health bar and you got your fear meter. I think that's what they call it.
But what the hell is it
They
doing
might
in
change
here?
that, I don't know.
Nothing
But,
related to art traffic, unless the artist uses
think of
scalpels.
it like in Metal Gear
It
Solid
stinks of
4, where
death
you had your
and
health bar and your psych bar.
something else.
You know?
I don't get everything, but it looks like
It
autopsy
really is that
reports,
simple.
DNA research.
The
This
Fear
wasn't
Effect
genetics.
games, the
Look at
original
the
games
amount of
didn't
blood.
do the separate
Some
mental
names
and
remind me
physical
what I saw
health
in
thing. It
Nook's
looks like
library.
Sushee Games is
Areas?
intent on
More
doing
legends.
that, which, you know,
Mythology
hopefully
and
sounds
surgery.
pretty cool. I mean,
Seriously, I don't get it.
It tracks with
something
what Glass
new
told us
to the
about Eluac,
series.
and I really don't
in
like
the
it.
older games, if you
Let's stay focused
messed
and
up, you
hurry.
took physical damage, which didn't really make much sense. But considering the era and the time they were made in, I guess you could forgive it. I mean, very early technology for video games in comparison to today. This is just another battle. To be fair, they have included a lot of fights in this game, and if you notice, I haven't used the tactical system very much. I think I use it later on just to demonstrate what it can do, but I honestly hope it's because of the demo aspect, because it's still a prototype alpha, alpha prototype, depending on which way you want to say it. But the tactical side of this game is very lacking. You know, I don't want to be too critical, because obviously I'm trying to support the project and raise awareness for it, but yeah, it is very lacking, the tactical side. I mean, there is an instance, I don't know if I recorded it, I don't think I did, I think I paused it for that, but there's a fight later on where I try to station Rain and Hana into, you know, cover positions so they take less damage, and as soon as I ran in to fight one of the enemies, they just followed me, which was, you know, it's like, no, you're supposed to stay there, not follow me, dumbass. So hopefully that's something they can fix. Hopefully that's something that they can sort out and, you know, make the tactical options a little bit more of an option, essentially, for lack of a better word. There's the soothing drug, always very handy. Keep your fear meter low. I'm just going to call it fear meter for the moment, because, you know, Fear Effect. It makes sense. Excuse me. So here I am running around. I'm not actually lost on this point. I'm just exploring for more items. I know there's a knife, I think, or a dart, and a code there. So I get a code. Lovely. So I can go into the next door. I forgot how to get close to the page, and then I just went again to make sure I had the button down. If you notice, Rain and Axel aren't following me at this point, is because I've accidentally pressed the, stay here button. Another note. I don't think I actually read that, I just kind of skipped through it. You can pause the video and read it if you want. Just a little bit of information. There goes the knives I was talking about. But yeah, I accidentally pressed the stay here button, so I think there'll be an instance soon enough. Yeah, it's just after this bit where I start pressing buttons randomly to try and, figure out which button it is that makes the characters follow me. And this bit here is a puzzle, and I'm just going to warn you, I do fail it a couple of times, and unfortunately I didn't do this, by accident to show you that, show you what happens. I'm just really that stupid. So here's me trying to figure out how to do anything with the puzzle. I'm actually frantically pressing the WASD keys right now, trying to figure out how to get in. I checked the tutorial because I'm stupid, and I didn't think to use the mouse, which, as you'll see quite quickly, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm also a very fast reader. Oh, it's just not good. Not good at all.
Follow me.
So, come on, Glass. No, the other way. Go on, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Ah, I figure it out. And instantly fail the puzzle. So that's a good start. The Fear Factor 1 was, well known for its, instant death scenes, failing puzzles, falling off an edge, getting electrocuted, etc. So it's nice to see that Sushee Games have, incorporated, that aspect into the current game. It's just a little throwback, and it feels, just shows some brand continuity. It's really, really good. I like it. So here you'll see me fail again. I figure out what I'm supposed to do to some extent. I realised that I messed that one up because I didn't actually look at the other bit was. But what you're supposed to be doing is lining all 5 bars, all 6 bars, sorry, in the green line. And what I do on my next attempt is try to get them all to the bottom, which I could use the excuse I've been in work this morning and I'm really tired, and I've been up since 4 o'clock and it's currently 5 o'clock now. But yeah, I am just really stupid. There's no real two ways about it, because you get me here and it's like, yay, oh look, they're not lined up, so how can I do this? Yay, oh no, not quite. So just scoot them up into the middle. Lovely. And now I gotta try and get those lined up, and I get it wrong again. So I skipped the death scene this time because I was getting impatient and a little bit annoyed with myself, if truth be told. So I think I do it right this time. I don't think I screw up again. I realise I go into the green bar. How about that? Down you go, up you go, and then it's just a matter of bink and bink, and I solve the puzzle, and we continue on. This is the area where the frame starts stuttering and things start going not too well. Shoot. Bang bang, pew pew. So the use of cover, that is me using the tactical, you know, the stop time element of the game, and it's awful. It's really bad. Like, Rain gets shot then killed. Hana gets killed there, so I have to switch to Axel, who's incredibly stressed at the moment. See the red, you know, red bar on his fear meter, and the hit detection here is awful. I'm just wasting knives because I don't know if I'm not close enough or something, but just point blank refuses to acknowledge my hits. So yeah, that Sushee Games is another thing for you to fix. I know it's I know it's alpha, but meh, make it work. Right, so I didn't die there, so that's something. I'm just searching around. I don't have any med kits. I'm trying to revive them without med kits, which isn't going to go down very well. Or I find one, heal up Hana, and then I noticed there's one on the desk there. I eventually noticed there's one on the desk there. There it is. Well done, Glass. You're growing. You're growing. And I eventually use that to heal up Brain.
You alright?
And we continue on about my day. We continue on with our day. Continue. There we go.
Let's go!
Right, so there isn't a bit up ahead where I will cut ahead for the video because I end up running around aimlessly and getting completely lost. I actually ended up cutting the video, and it turns out that I didn't actually get lost, but the game had glitched on me and wasn't acknowledging pickup commands. So there's an item down in that med room there that you're supposed to examine, and it triggers off the conversation and carries on with the game. And if you look closely, you should see it sparkle. I run around here, and I don't get the prompt. I can't find the prompt. I'm mashing the F key all over, and it's just not doing anything. So what I'm going to do here is just skip ahead, and I'll catch up with you in a moment once I've actually got to the point where we're, doing something useful. I have later that doesn't work. Be right back, guys. Okay, so this is after I've reloaded and tried again, and obviously found that note there, which I glanced at very, very briefly, incredibly briefly, too briefly in fact, but as I said, I'm a very quick reader, so it's okay. So I go back in here, and all of a sudden there's a prompt with the file, and a quick glance at it. And there's the cutscene.
Well, that opens a new dimension. And I hate this idea.
So, yes, if you do have this, I don't think you can get it unless you went through the Kickstarter, but
genetic experiments to create hybrids?
there are issues obviously with the alpha. I mean, you do have to keep reminding yourself it is a demo, it is not perfect, it's not even finished. It's just a taster of what is to come. But to be fair, I'm looking forward to this game. The new style is a bit different. It's a bit, well, I'm not quite used to. I'm not biggest fan of tactical shooters, if I'm completely honest. But I really enjoy the Fear Effect series, so I am genuinely excited for it. They've got the character models down, which is really good. I am very pleased that they're finally picking up this game again, and if I have to do it in a tactical shooter, then that is a cross I am willing to bear. this is just me switching characters and getting confused, as per usual. Not really realizing I'm supposed to go to the right and go up an elevator. Or a lift. I'm actually British, so I should say lift, but, you know, habits die hard, I guess. So, go up here.
That's it.
There's a
Everything
little
here's covered.
cutscene. And we'll
Interesting
switch
things must be beyond
to
this lift.
glass
I
and
don't see
teak.
how. Crane, can we use it from here?
And I will
We should, but the circuit
I will
doesn't
probably
seem to power
end this
part.
part here
What can we do?
We
and
need to
see
redirect
how
the
it
power,
goes,
at
and
least
I'll
partially.
record the next
But I don't
part
remember anything related in the rooms we crossed.
quite soon, I guess.
Outside?
Probably
Same,
tomorrow.
Nothing. But maybe where
Probably
Deacon
later.
Glass are.
Glass,
Who knows?
Deke, are you in the warehouse?
I might do it
Yeah.
right now.
We had a blast meeting the welcome
Ah,
committee.
Deke.
But no
Duke,
trace
you
of Elua. Your side?
psychopathic
We're at a
Australian
lift
dude.
we can't use. Rain says that
Gotta love
power
it.
needs to be redirected to.
Alright, so this has been the first part of Fairfax Sedna, Alpha Prototype. Thank you for watching, and I shall be
outside.
back shortly
Look
with
around,
the second
see if you
part,
notice
and we
something.
shall see how Glass and Deke get along with things. Catch you later.